146-114 for the team not named the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. John Roser here, Bennett Doyle here. Welcome to the Double Post. Jessica Benson will be up here shortly. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. If anybody wants to have Grizz group therapy with us tonight in Game 2 of the season, if you want to. Not saying you have to, but if you want to, we can have Grizz group therapy after Game 2. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. Grizzlies lose tonight, 146-114. Where to begin with this one? So sometimes I do believe there is the old saying. Hubie Brown used to always say, he said, there's going to be 5 games a year.
Is this one of our 5? I know where you're going.
Hold on. I don't think you do. Hubie Brown used to always say, the Hall of Famer Hubie Brown used to always say, former head coach of the Grizzlies, there are 5 games a year where it doesn't matter what I do as a coach, we're going to win that game because my team just has it. And it doesn't matter what I say. We're just going to be awesome that night because that's just what happens over the course of an 82-game year or 82-game season. You're going to have 5 of those. And then there's going to be 5 where also it doesn't matter how good of a coaching job I do. We're not winning that game because we just don't have it. And I know, Bennett Doyle, you're about to say this is one of those that we just didn't have it. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that. They didn't show up tonight. They were ready to play.
Oh.
Miami was ready to play tonight. That's why you got beat the way you did. Miami was they were the team that showed up to play tonight. The Grizzlies did not show up with the same level of aggression. Head coach Tomas Isolo seemed to say the exact same thing. Jessica Benson is here. Jessica Benson, your thoughts on 146 Miami Heat, 114.
I had to stop and use the restroom.
I've already thrown up in the hallway all over myself, yeah.
I'm not going to talk about this game and have to use the restroom the whole time that we're sitting here. Listen, to go off of what you were just saying with not treating it like one of those games, I agree partially. Like, my counterpoint with it, and Tomas Isolo alluded to it, and I don't think it's especially controversial. Unfortunately, these first few games for the Grizzlies have to be treated like the preseason. But you can't treat it like the preseason because they count, right? Like, you can't sit here anymore and say, it's the preseason and the results don't matter. No, every game does, and being able to capitalize on winnable games at home. You were gifted a nice home slate to start this thing off. But we never saw John Jaren in the preseason together. We'd never seen, for a bulk of new faces on this team, they have never played together. Yeah. And you have a Miami Heat team that, talking to some of the Heat broadcasters, they really utilized the preseason to get going, to start playing fast. They meant it. You saw that offensive rating skyrocket. I think as high as God, what did it get up to? Like 163 at one point in the first half as they were putting together the 86-point first half.
I think that was 1,063.
Yeah.
I think their offensive rating
1,063.
1,063.
Yeah, I mean, they were down 39 at half.
No, Jessica, I heard you. You say y'all were doing math several times. I can't tell you how many times during this game I was counting on my finger. I was like, it's 10, 20, 30. Oh, we're down 42. Or the 10, 20. Oh, we're down 37.
Oh, it was
You're just counting on your hands.
The number of times I went back to that time where I think Santi hit a 3 that put him up 21-20 with about 6 minutes left in the first quarter. And then trying to do the math of what the run was from there. I believe it was 66-36 to close the first half. That's it. Getting outscored by 30 in a quarter and a half of basketball summed up this game.
Well, and I know for sure it was 14-0 right after that because they were up. Miami was up 34-21.
Yeah.
So even after being up 21-20, they were up 34-21. No, it was... I mean, you literally can complain about everything about tonight. Everything about tonight, if you want to.
I tried to start putting together a positives list, and I gave up pretty fast.
I was going to say.
Okay, Lang's called in, so we're going to take Lang's call. Lang, how are you tonight? Spill some positive or have therapy with us or something. I should have prepared better and had therapeutic music for us.
Can you guys burn some sage or something? Get something, get the vibes out of here. Like, look, to your question there, Rosa, you're talking about Hubie Brown, and if you get 5 games a year where you don't play well, where you don't show whatever, okay, but let's don't use one on game 2. How about that?
That's fair.
Can we parcel those out a little bit? Like, let's try to like space them out. Yeah, I said on the Grind City Rewind that like this game made me question my ability to do math. I would look down and I'd be like, oh wait, we just cut it to 34. Oh no, it's 44. Oh, we're gonna get it to 30. Nope, it's 40. Yeah, I couldn't even keep up. It was so bad. I mean, somebody said on the chat the other day on one of the shows, like when you lost Lang, because he's usually Mr. Positive, that's a bad sign. Like, yeah, you lost me tonight. Tonight was a bad one.
Oh no.
Well, here's the thing, Lang. Here's the thing. You have the warm-up show tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So you have until tomorrow night at 6 o'clock to figure out a way to spin something from this game into a positive.
I mean, like the one positive I said to Jessica earlier was Cedric Coward looked pretty good in that second half.
Cedric did look pretty good.
He finished with
Cedric
16
did.
points. He made some good plays on defense. He stuck with Norman Powell, got a block on him, got up and down the court, got to the rim. I thought he looked pretty good. Omax didn't play much at the beginning of the game, but when he got in, he kept just getting to the rim, driving to the basket. He's sort of – I love that Omax – he's kind of the one guy who doesn't want to just jack up a three when he gets it on the perimeter. He would much rather pump fake and drive to the basket, which I appreciate. I think the big question, and I'll leave this with you guys to try to give me an answer or figure out how we solve this, is we've had 2 games with Jock Landale at center, and I don't know, guys. Like I know we're just trying to get to where Zach Edey is back. I don't know if we're going to make it. Like we got to figure out something there in the middle because we're getting out rebounded every game. Jaren's trying to guard the rim. He's leaving the perimeter open. And we got to figure out something here, I think, to figure out how to get through these until Zach Edey comes back, some way to kind of defend the middle. But I don't know. You guys got any bright ideas?
Hardship exemption starting Monday.
Yeah, we got a hardship exemption starting on Monday. All right, man. We're going to let you go. Thank you. Warm-up show tomorrow night, 6 o'clock before the Pacers game, and you have until then to figure out something positive. That is your task. All right. Thank you. Look, about the big man thing, like he's okay, so they're giving up through 2 games, 69 points in the paint per game. Not nice. See what I did there? 17 offensive rebounds in both games, 23.5 points per game.
Took a second to process
chance
for
points.
me.
Took a second for you to process. 901-445-0929. John, you're up. What's up, John?
What's going on, guys? I'd ask how we're doing, but I have a good feeling of the
Like crap.
Same. Had just a note tonight. Obviously, this was, disastrous from the get to the finish, but just looking at trends with, especially with John, Jaren, and how they handle themselves on the court when they're trying to, fight for certain calls, whether they're good or bad or whatever in between. At this point, seeing this for years now, I really think it's probably in their best favor. I don't know. I really like to get your guys' opinion on this, but I feel like it's the best thing in their favor to just stop fighting it at this point. I feel like maybe, something, it could be better. I just feel like the opposite is just they Ja will just continue to jaw at the Mark Davises of the world. And we're just going to continue to get, and not saying that, I think the foul disparaging, it was kind of even tonight, but I don't know. I just wanted to hear what you guys think, and looking forward to tomorrow, and let's just lobotomize our brains for tonight.
We will do.
Yeah. Thank you for.
We're 2 games in, and we're
Thank you for the call, John. I totally.
lobotomizing on a Friday night.
I totally had something ready to say there, and then when he just dropped that bar on my head right there, lobotomize, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, hang on. The Mark Davis thing that he mentioned is interesting because Eric said this during the broadcast. I don't think you would mind me repeating it. Like, it does get weird when Mark Davis referees Grizzlies games.
Yes.
It just feels like
it has since the Dave Yeager days.
Yeah,
But
like
if you know it's going to be personal like that,
Yeah.
I understand the sentiment of you can't push it. Again, it's
I think
not
that's fair too,
It's-
JB.
It's
I'm
completely
with you.
unfair, and I understand getting frustrated. And it's easy for us to sit
Yeah.
up here and say, "Hey, stop trying to fight these foul calls. Stop looking for calls that you know you're not going to get." But we have seen it over and over and over again at this point.
Yeah.
And it like dude, the whistle, like I know that it kind of fixed itself a little bit in the second half, but that first half it was just nonstop. It was just nonstop. You couldn't even enjoy the game.
Let's see. We had 24 fouls in the first half and 24 minutes of basketball. We had 30 free throws, 21 for the Miami Heat in that first half. Look, I mean, the best players complain to referees, though. Like, they all do. Like, nobody complains more than Luka Doncic. Like, I mean, the best players complain to referees. I will say for Jaren, this is 4 fouls in the first half of both games. That can't be. He knows that. I talked to Devin Walker afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah, I think he's still trying to get used to because they've got him setting more screens, doing stuff like that. And it's not something he's catching the ball in different spots than where he's used to catching the ball, and he's trying to adjust to that. And that is 100% all true and valid for him. But I will say, one thing that Jaren can control is his intensity and effort. That was not there from the jump. This is a one-on-one. I know you two were talking about the Bam Adebayo Jaren matchup, how they go against each other. Mm-hmm. You could see from the tip the intensity that Bam Adebayo brought in the first quarter versus the intensity that Jaren Jackson Jr. brought. 2 totally different levels of ball. Like, Bam was ready to go.
He had 18 in the first quarter.
And he could not miss from 3.
It started good. If you remember, it was Bam over Jaren.
Yeah.
And then the next possession, Jaren went at Bam.
Yep.
And made a nice little floater over him. And I said, "Oh, this is going to be fun." I wrote down, "Ooh, this is going to be a fun matchup."
Yeah.
And then
it was not a fun matchup.
Not a fun matchup. The opposite of fun. And Bam was
no fun at
absurd. And I was like, somebody, please put a body on Asia Wilson's boyfriend.
Yeah,
Stop leaving him open from 3. My God.
And Simone Fontecchio. Who are you? Evidently, the Grizzlies didn't know who he was, too.
He's a problem.
He was not on the scouting report, clearly.
He was a problem.
Pele Larson.
Well, I mean,
that was just late in the game. Dude. At that point, I thought they were going to hang 150 because even the deepest of the Heat bench could have missed.
When Drew Smith hit one, Chris Vernon turned to me and he goes, "Who?"
It is the numbers connected to their bench and how bad they killed us off their bench tonight. Jaime Jaquez plus 43. Jovic plus 33. Drew Smith plus 35. Simone Fontecchio plus 25. It was just, it was bad.
Look at this. Look at this. Bam Adebayo just drilling 3 after 3. We've got a couple callers on hold. We'll get to y'all in just a second. 901-445-0929. 901-445-0929. Grizzlies lose tonight, 146-114. The beauty of this, as John did say at the end, and this is so true, we have a chance at redemption tomorrow night against the Indiana Pacers. I promise you they will come out with a much better effort. I'm not telling you they're going to win tomorrow night, but I'm telling you they're going to come out with a much better effort than this. And the beauty for us is we all do shows on Monday. If they win tomorrow night,
the game you talk about,
this one doesn't even matter. We ain't even got to talk. We ain't even got to discuss it anymore.
It was historic. I mean, we got to mention history.
We got
most points in regulation.
Yeah, and most points we've ever given up in the first half. Yeah,
largest deficit at a half.
Yeah.
So it was.
It's
a historic loss.
It is a historic loss.
It was. If it felt like one of the worst Grizzlies games you've ever watched,
it was.
Statistically speaking, it was.
Yeah, and we'll get to more of it. 901-445-0929. Kimberly, you're up.
Hey there. I have 2 things. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. We got you.
Great. So I have 2 things. I would like to give a shout out to all the live entertainment folks tonight, from Grizz Girls to Claw Crew to the Grizz line. No matter what was happening in the game, smiles on faces, energy up, keeping the crowd together, and I'm just so proud of their efforts. Because when you have a game like this, it really helps to have people continue the energy, right? So I want to give them a shout out, number one. And then number two, a funny story. I'm the person that usually calls in about John Conchar. And I would like to say that throughout the game, as I saw things were taking a turn for the worse, I would occasionally shout out, bring in Conchar or bring in Jitty. And so by the time we get to the fourth quarter, y'all, there are some high school students in front of us. And they've heard my pleas, and finally they bring John Conchar in, and, you know, I give a shout, and that kid in front of me said, if Conchar comes into this game and makes a three, I'm taking my shirt off, and I'm spinning it round and round. I said, well, then get ready. And then, y'all, you saw what happened in the fourth quarter. John gets the three, and this kid peels off his shirt and starts spinning it around. So it was great, just fun, comic relief, you know, just grateful to get that three and grateful to see these kids cheering Jitty on.
That you know what, Kimberly, this is a great call. This is a positive vibes call.
What a wholesome, wonderful
because
story.
we were leaving this game, and I was like, look, we got to find humor in loss. You have to. It's our way we have to deal with things. And that is good to know that the people in the crowd, although they are upset their team is losing, they're still finding some joy in things and say,
when
hey,
South
you know what?
Memphis Hype Man popped up between the third and the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we spent our good. The people in the crowd, you spent your hard-earned money. You might as well find some way to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I am not going to give it away, but I will tell you, at some point very soon, you will see an unexpected nod to Hype Man. And I'm going to leave it at that and just keep your eyes open, okay?
My eyes are open and waiting.
I have 4 eyes.
Okay.
So all four of them will be open.
I technically do. Mine are just lenses.
All right. Hey, tomorrow is another day. That's what's
Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's another day.
Y'all.
Thank you for the call, Kimberly. Appreciate it. Be safe getting home. 901-445-0929. Our favorite, Miss Betty.
Well, hello, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Miss Betty.
I think Kimberly stole my thunder. I love what she just said. We have how many games left? So this one was horrible. I saw so many pluses on the Heat side and so many negatives at our box score. I said, I cannot believe this is our team. But it is just the second game, and we are going to be better. So the thing that we have to keep in mind is just the second game. We got a game tomorrow. Like you said, whether we win it or lose, the crowd is going to show up. We're going to have some fun. We're going to cheer our team on, and we're going to keep on doing that until they find their identity for this year. They're still searching. They didn't all play together, so they're still searching to find themselves. So we're not going to beat them down too much tonight, but we're going to encourage them to do better tomorrow night. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you for the call, Miss Betty. Wow, I mean, we have had some positive calls. If we do, I mean, I'm typing in our Grind City Media chat right now. Grind City Media on YouTube. If you want to watch the show live, double post John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We're live on your radio too on 92.9 ESPN here in Memphis. There are real defensive issues. We saw defensive problems in the preseason. We have seen defensive problems carry over so far in the regular season. They did give up 67 in the first half to the Pelicans, 122 overall for that game.
I think I heard you say there was no way they'd give up.
Well, that was Chris who said that, and I said, "Are we sure?
You're punting it off.
Are we sure?"
You gave your.
Are we?
Sure.
I did like. Are we sure about that?
Little did you know.
Some of the stuff, I don't know how much it gets solved until the return of Zach Edey. Like, one of the biggest issues that will get solved with Edey is the 17 offensive rebounds, the almost 20. You've given up 23 and 24 second chance points in these two games. Edey will help that so much just because he'll be able to rebound.
Every team with size is going to look at what the Heat did tonight and say, oh, we can do this exact same thing. The Heat did not start Bam and Khalil Ware in their first game of the season. They started Bam and Jovic.
Yeah.
But you want to know what they saw they could capitalize on against the Grizzlies? A double big lineup to go out there, and it worked.
And Jaren picked up early fouls, and then immediately before it got bad. This is all I wrote down. The Heat were up 13-12, and then the Grizz put in the front line of PJ Hall and Santi Aldama. Davion Mitchell immediately drove to the basket, but got a charge, so it was a turnover. Next possession, Bam Adebayo posts up PJ Hall. Next possession, 2 offensive rebounds that results in a Bam 3. Like it, like that. And I just don't know what do you do about it? It's like you're just kind of, because of how shorthanded you are up front right now, until you get that player exception. Sometimes you're going to be forced into a front line of PJ Hall and Santi. Like that's just not a strong defensive front court, and they know it too. And it's just you had to play some of that for some minutes, and you just try to survive it.
And survive is the perfect.
Yes.
They didn't survive, but they were just scrambling. I mean, constantly. The Heat were able to put them on their toes, and they were scrambling. They couldn't never get set. It was just drive and kick, constant motion. And the Heat had so many wide open shots.
They had so many wide open shots. Their energy was great tonight. We'll get to Miami in just a sec. 901-445-0929. Adrian, you're up.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, man?
Hey, we lost the game tonight. That's about it. But hey, like you said, just try to stay on the positive vibe or whatever. We got some good film to look at, because a lot of things weren't done on tonight that they probably are going to see, when they look at the tape or look at the film and kind of fix it. So that's one thing. Hopefully, some adjustments happen. Because like someone was mentioning just a moment ago, that defense, it was like, man, those folks just going in, doing whatever they wanted to do. It was like we weren't trying to do anything to stop them, or we would get beat. They threw a couple of alley-oops on us. So I think a lot of that would be seen. And then you said something else, too. We're kind of shorthanded, to be honest with you, but that still, we still have to work hard. But so that's another positive that I'm looking at. Hey, if we could just maintain, hold on until, everybody get back in there, I think we'd be okay. I actually, and this is the first time I think I've been a season ticket holder for 10 years now, and this is the first time that I ever left a game early.
I mean,
I left the fourth quarter.
You were
the fourth quarter. It was in the middle of the fourth quarter, and the only reason I left because I was hungry, and I wanted some chicken, so I ended up leaving. But I'm excited still, ready to come back tomorrow and see a different result. So
absolutely,
that's my take.
That's the beauty of it, Adrian. We get another one.
Thanks,
we get another shot at it tomorrow. Thank you for the call, Adrian. 901-445-0929. Bob, you're up.
Hey, guys. How we doing?
Hey, what up, Bob?
What's up, man?
So I got a question for you. What would you guys say you think Isalu's philosophy is? What is his foundation, and what is he pushing through to the players?
Speed kills.
Speed kills, yeah. He's talking speed kills. I think he wants them to play fast. I think he wants a lot of ball screens, and then he wants movement off of that ball.
And a lot of transition opportunities.
And that
was one of the things that the Heat just annihilated from the
which
jump
they had against the Pelicans. The Grizzlies definitely had. The Grizzlies had against the Pelicans 22 fast break points. Now, they had 19 tonight, but they only had 6 in the first half, and that's, so the ones you got were the second half when the game was already over.
There was a lot of emphasis on the defensive activity during training camp. I mean, constant talk that the defense is ahead of the offense, and we simply have not seen that.
So, no, at all. Now defensive philosophy.
I honestly, it's a question mark.
I feel like you need to have Edey there, and then
the defensive rebounding is brutal through 2 games.
Yeah, you can't rebound like that.
There were
that's
at least
a problem.
3 possessions where the Heat had 3 offensive rebounds.
I mean, I know the one I already said where they grabbed 2 offensive rebounds, and then it resulted in a Bam Adebayo corner 3. Right. So, like, you can get all the first shot stops you want, but if you can't grab the defensive rebound, then
Yeah, I have a few comments there. Like, what do you guys think about Mitch Johnson, the Spurs coach? Have y'all seen his viral clip the other night of him saying overwhelm them with like simplicity and just doing the simple little details, overwhelm and really hone in on those details. And I think that should be like a philosophy that he's pushing, especially defensively. Box out. I mean, you learned that in second grade of basketball. Box out. Go up for boards. Don't have 4 fouls in the second quarter. Things like that. And then I feel like somebody should sit. I love John Morant to death. I think he's the greatest thing to ever happen to the Grizzlies. But somebody should sit him down and be like, okay, Ja, this was a phenomenal move. The entire crowd got on their feet, and it was an incredible floater, you know. And then the next play, you got beat, everybody shifted, everybody rotated. Then it swings all the way around to the next guy, and then that guy beats you again. And it's like some role player, white guy that just absolutely is 45% shooter from three. And boom, right there. Like, Ja goes to get a floater, it's 2 points. Then he screws up on defense just doing simple little things, and that's 3 points right there that they get. And I feel like that's just overlooked as far as, like, he's so incredible with his moves and how flashy it is. But the simple things can just be eliminated and be a big difference.
You know, I think there is something I think you will, Bob. I think I understand a little bit of what you're saying, because I do think there are coaches who will do that, and maybe Tumas will do that. If some losing streak happens, he may just there could be like a hard reset. Like, okay, hey guys, let's just get back to basics here. Let's just try to do the basic things right. And you know, I don't know. We're not at that point right now. You know, look, some combination. I think tonight was the Miami Heat showed up and played way harder than you, and I think the other stuff was, dude, they literally made everything. And it's like, even if you play bad defense, teams don't make everything, and they made everything in that first half. Like, it was
77% from three in the first quarter.
77% from three in the first quarter. Like, it's
I mean, yeah, that is incredible. But I mean, I feel like just putting some extra effort in to really hone in on some of those simple little details, making it maybe a little more difficult.
Yeah. I think also your personnel. I think your personnel matters too, and I don't know how, you know, like, defense was an issue for them last year, like post trade deadline. Like, once LaRavia and Smart were gone, defense was an issue for them post trade deadline too. So, and that seems to have carried over into this year too. So, I'm hopeful with Edey coming back that'll help some of it just for the defensive rebounding. But then again, with what he's coming off of, how long is it going to take him to really ramp up and get to where he needs to be?
True.
You know, so you never know. But, yeah, I appreciate the call, Bob. Thank you very much, man. Be safe and have a good night, man. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. Thomas, you're up.
Hey, what's up, bud? I was there for opening night, and there for again for tonight's game. And what I think this team vibes off of is the crowd energy being there at tip off. Like, opening night when the lights was going on and they were doing the opening announcements and stuff like that. That place was electric. Tonight was not there, and I think that team vibes off of the energy in that crowd. And I think that's what that team needs to get that early start. And I mean, not to say the Heat, they were on fire to start the game off tonight, but I think that what that building lacked was the energy to get that team started off on the right foot.
Yeah, I mean, look, it wasn't great energy. It definitely wasn't like amazing energy on a Friday night, but
you're gonna have to vibe from within.
Yeah, you got to vibe from. Right. Yeah, you got to vibe from within. Your own vibes. Yeah,
that can be the theme for the next couple games. Can you vibe from within?
Find your chi or whatever and vibe from within.
Appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Thomas. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to get to one more here. Stuart, you're up.
Hey, what's up, Roser and Jesse and everybody? Just wanted to pop in, spread a little positivity.
We love that.
Thanks, Stuart.
Yeah, big fan of y'all on Grind City Media. I watch every day, so glad I get to be the last caller and we can end on a positive note. One thing that Jessica always says on her show is be a lover, not a hater. So we're going to be some lovers tonight for the last call. One thing I mentioned to Parker earlier that I tweeted at him is, like, each season is a book, man, and every game is a chapter. So, you know, we're on chapter 2 of 82, and each chapter in a book that you read, I don't know if y'all are big readers or not, but each chapter isn't great. You know, sometimes you got to push through the bad ones just to get to the more exciting ones. So the Heat chapter tonight wasn't very exciting, wasn't great. Toss out the film. Let's just go to tomorrow and keep, looking forward and make some noise in the West. We got plenty of home games coming up. So.
You know what? I appreciate it. Thank
Everyone
you,
should
Stuart.
always try to be a lover, not a hater.
Be a lover, not a hater.
Right.
Be a lover, not
But
a
I
fighter.
also understand hating how it feels to watch a team give up 146 points.
Not playing man, like struggling to play defense is insanely.
But you can't crash out on game 2. Just like the team can't crash out on game 2.
You can't crash out on game 2. You can't do it.
Yes.
I will say thank you for the call, Stuart. We
I do
appreciate
really like
it.
that each season is a book.
Yeah, each
game
season is a book.
chapter.
82 chapters is a long
That's a
chapter.
long book.
I normally get
That book is
halfway.
thick.
I normally get halfway through books and then I don't finish them.
You've said this twice this week.
Yes, and now, but I can't do that here because I'm here after every game and road game, so there is no not finishing these chapters.
Yeah.
I'm finishing.
We couldn't head to the bench and get ready for the back-to-back tomorrow.
Let me run this by you, and I did thought this during the game. I was thinking about this during the game. I just put it in our chat too. It is possible Miami is way better than we all think. Like, before the season, nobody thought Miami was going to be great. Like, nobody thought Miami was going to be good.
We know they're excellently coached.
And there's no Tyler Hero. They don't have Tyler Hero, who's their leading scorer.
They're going through it right now, too.
Yes. It is possible that they are better than what everybody thought. Sure. That certainly is possible. Like,
that being said,
so we all think Orlando's good, right?
Sure.
They put up 100. They put up 121 on Orlando the other night.
The Mavs were going to be good out the gate, and they lost to the Wizards tonight and already have fired Nico chance.
Yeah, so the Mavericks have a thing where they don't have a point guard, and then they're trying to play a rookie who is not a point guard at point guard. Like, that's, oh my gosh.
Strategy.
Who could have seen those issues? Who could have seen those issues coming? I'm just saying, it is possible Miami is better than we thought. We know the culture with that team. It was a disaster last year with the Jimmy Butler thing, which Golden State traded for him. They paid him. Golden State will deal with that next year when Jimmy Butler's in the final year of his extension and he's not happy because he wants more money. This year, Jimmy will be fine. That'll happen next year. Always does with Jimmy and the contract. But I'm just saying, like, Miami dealt with all that last year. That seemed like a pretty locked-in team tonight. From the get-go, they seemed locked in.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, maybe Miami is better than we thought. 901-445-0929.
You still can't let them come into your house and put up 146
They were
points.
They were also playing Whoop That Trick before the game. I never mentioned that to anyone. You know, where they do all their stretching and get treatment ahead of the game. They were just blasting Whoop That Trick.
They were playing Whoop That Trick?
That's
treating that like this is a playoff game, okay? That's like playoff stuff you do. All right. Yeah, they
were blasting film scores and Whoop That Trick.
Okay,
they
were locked in.
The
Miami was locked in. It showed. All right, Kendarius.
Yeah. How y'all doing, man?
Hey, what up, man?
I just have one thing. You guys know how Joker and his power forward, they got this thing to where they have a rhythm, right? They pull out of old chapters and now they have a rhythm. Ja and Triple J, since I've been watching, still has not had, they don't have like a go-to play that they can run to get, the system back running. I still haven't seen that yet. And while, the train is off track, I want to see them like have go-to plays. Like they use said sometimes, but the most important thing, which you guys have been saying, is Ja and Jaren. But it makes sense because I guess his basketball IQ is kind of high to where you like, all right, if I do this pick and roll this way, you get what I'm saying? It's not sporadic. But I just want to see, like, go-to plays. I haven't seen it in, like, 4 years. When Ja had small dreads and they had go-to plays, him and Jaren, then it just stopped. You know what I'm saying? But that's all, man. I just want to see go-to plays, and I think we'll do way, way better.
Thanks, Kendarius.
Thanks,
we saw
Kendarius.
at the top of my good things.
At the beginning of the game, I know exactly what you're going to say.
John Jaren pick and roll.
Yeah.
And it was successful.
And it was
resulted in Jaren hitting a floater over Bam. And listen, it's something we heard going into the season that was going to be a feature. I go back to the reminder, they did not get to play together in the preseason.
Nope.
So this is them developing in real time a go-to play with one another. And Tomas Isla has stressed, these are your two best offensive players. You want them working together to generate points, and that's one of the best ways they can do it. Now, you also get into the situation where Jaren Jackson Jr. has a tendency to not be able to set a screen without committing an offensive foul. I appreciated Coach Islo's comments on not becoming afraid of doing that because of the potential of a foul, and instead working through that and getting to the place where your two best offensive players are able to successfully do it without Jaren Jackson Jr. fouling. So it will be a process. We haven't seen it before.
It's going to be a process. See, that's that you said, like, we didn't get to see this in the preseason, so they're working through kinks now. We also haven't gotten to see it for the last 7 years.
Yes.
Which we should have been seeing it for 7 years. We should have been seeing some of this for 7 years. But they did have success doing it the other way. There's no doubt they had success, and they won games not doing it solely based around a John Jaren pick and roll. But it is something that has needed to be done to get these two to be able to maximize their talents and their skills together on the court at the same time. You need Jaren setting pick and rolls for him. And yes, it is something that Jaren's not used to, and that he's going to have to get used to, and it's going to take time to develop that. But as I said before, effort has to be the non-negotiable. The intensity has to be the non-negotiable. And Jaren didn't have the requisite intensity tonight. He didn't. I mean, we know that. He just didn't have it from the jump. And the beauty of it is there's 82 games, and you got another one tomorrow night, so he's got another night to figure it out. We're going to take a break real quick. When we get back, we'll take more of your calls. If you want to call in, 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. I'll check and see if we have any locker room audio or anything to get to. We'll also talk about some of the sights and sounds from around the arena tonight. Double post, John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle, Grizzlies fall tonight, 146-114. We'll be back on Grind City Media's on YouTube and at 92.9 ESPN.
Sonic brings fans the Sonic Smasher because you deserve a burger with 2 hand-smashed Angus beef patties, always made to order, served hot off the grill. Just like you deserve a veteran QB who's willing to mentor the rookie, a generational receiver who promises to never get traded, injured, or retire early, and a coach who respects your armchair play calling every single play. While we can't give you everything you deserve, we can give you a free large drink when you order a Sonic Smasher through the Sonic app.
Tax not included. See app for details. Limited time offer at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Hey Grizz fans, get up and get out with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off the court. And when the Grizzlies get a home win, you win too. Mention this radio ad the day after a Grizz home victory to get 10% off your purchase at Grivet Outdoors in East Memphis, Germantown, or Olive Branch. Grivet Outdoors, locally owned, Memphis proud.
Life Care Ambulance is proud to be an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies and FedEx Forum. At Life Care, we wear our hearts with pride. Our passion is our people. We want you to love what you do and where you do it. Our employee-driven culture encourages a healthy work-life balance and supportive work environment. We invest in your success and well-being so that you can provide the best care for the patients that we serve. Join our incredible team of EMTs and paramedics in Memphis, Nashville, and across the nation today. Learn more at lifecareamb.com.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
Looking for a place to get hyped before the game? Courtside Grill at the Westin Memphis Beale Street is the place. Try our specialty appetizers like alley-oop nachos layered with cheese, tomatoes, and jalapenos. The technical foul appetizer will mean you are in big trouble as you savor 6 big bites of wings. Fallon out tenders dipped in buttermilk served with fries will be worth it. And try our unlimited soup and salad for just $15. Snack on some chips and queso while you're waiting for that courtside burger. It's 7 ounces cooked to order, served with fries. Dribble into flavor with our full court press cocktails, the ultimate shot for your taste buds. The fan favorite is the Slam Dunk drink, which will really get you hyped up. If you're hanging with your friends, a bucket of beer will do the trick, and a must try is that courtside lemonade that is a divine cocktail for the ladies. After all the fun at courtside, jump into our heavenly bed for a restful night. Courtside Grill just across the street from the FedEx Forum. See it, the only destination before and after the game. It's all fun at Courtside Grill.
Double post right here on the Grind City Media YouTube page and on 92.9 ESPN here in Memphis. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle back here with you. Grizzlies fall tonight 146-114. Grizzlies now 1-1 on the season. The Miami Heat are also 1-1, and we're having Grizz group therapy here on the double post. 901-445-0929. We're going to get to positives. We've each decided during the break we need a positive.
Jessica's going to steal mine. I already know it. Yes.
That's fine.
I know.
That's not positive. No, now we're being negative.
Don't steal mine.
Yeah, now we have infighting.
I don't know if I can find another one.
We have turmoil here on the double post.
On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, Max.
Small.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Good.
All right, I go back to.
Okay, I'm actually interested in how this one is.
My theme of the season. It's not always the most fun, but patience and potential. Javon Small had a couple really nice passes early in that game.
Yeah.
And listen, this is a second-round pick rookie who has been thrust in a position where he has to play legitimate backup point guard minutes. If Ja Morant needs a break, guess who has the floor? It's Javon Small. Yeah. And it wasn't perfect by any means when you look at the 3 turnovers for Javon tonight, but he had 8 assists.
Yeah.
And a couple of those early, like every game he'll have a pass, at least one. Every game, it's been 2. Or go back to the preseason. God, back in my day when Javon Small made every game.
I mean, he acts like he's like a 4-year vet.
He did play a lot of college basketball.
He did. You've been grinding Javon. Yeah, you've been grinding Javon Small, West Virginia tape.
Yeah, West Virginia games. He has some really nice passes, and that's positive. And as you're developing these young players,
that's cool.
Listen, a lot of the attention appropriately is going to be on Cedric Coward. I would like to watch Cedric Coward play at least 25 minutes every night for this team because his development and his quick, rapid growth is detrimental for this group, especially as they deal with all these injuries. But I will say, in terms of early positives from Javon Small, there have been flashes that make you believe that he will, have the stuff
for
to
sure
have a place in the league. So
the reason I say Omax is because it's 2 games in a row now that you've come out with a slow start. Okay, in the first game, he was the first guy to come off the bench, or one of the first guys to come off the bench. A little energy was injected into the game. They got back into that game. They won that game. This game, he comes in a little bit later, and it's well out of hand at that point. But he injects energy into the game.
Yeah.
Like when they're playing sluggish out there, he comes in, he fights for boards, he's diving on the floor for balls. Like, I think they need that right now. I think they need that right now.
I was going to go Omax too, because I went up and I said it to our Grind City Media brethren, Devin Walker. I said I like him because that guy actually came in and he plays hard. The other one who I thought plays hard, I got to give a shout out to PJ Hall. I'm gonna give a shout out to Clemson's own.
I just
First
said
of all,
in the chat we are
plus
digging
5
for fries at the bottom of the bag.
Yes, but hey.
And we have mentioned
let's not hate on fries at the bottom of the bag now.
Okay, well, we're going with all 3
ones. What are we
two-way
talking
players,
about?
which also, again, is a testament to the rotation issue that this team is facing right now. We're talking about 3 two-way players on the second game of the season.
PJ Hall is the dude who he makes I think he had like a layup or something on one end in the first half, and he is sprinting back on defense, pointing down. Hey, make sure you get that guy in the corner. I love that energy. PJ Hall brings that energy. I'm here for that. We do. All right, let's get to Will. Are you still there? Is Will still on hold? I'm sorry, Will. I meant to get to you right after the break, and then we just could not wait to get to our positives. We had to get those positives out. Will, you're up.
Yes. First of all, I want to give a mad shout out to you, John Rosa, Bennett, and one of my favorite personalities in the world, Miss Jessica Benson. I watch her show every day. I love you. Shout out to our team. I could call it that because I've been a USC Trojan since I was 12. Yes. And Pac-12 for life. But as far as speaking on this game, I'm just going to chalk this up to experience and forget about it. We're still in training. This is a process. This is not a sprint. We're going to have to take our time. And I love how coaches believing in the players. I will say this, and I don't know if a lot of people will agree with me, but I think it's time to take the training pants off of Cedric and put him in that starting lineup in the fire. And I want him to be more aggressive, go to the ball like he was doing toward the end of the game. If they create space with Jaren and everything and get him that ball and he's not sitting, waiting in the corner all the time, that's one thing I don't like about him. But one of the assistant coaches in the timeout was telling him, be aggressive. Him and Gigi need to be more aggressive. I would like to see Gigi get some more minutes. But like you said, Miss Jessica, I do like our backup point guard. That young man is a dog on defense. He's very careful with the ball. I think he only had like one turnover, but he's doing his job. But I really would like to see Cedric get thrown in the fire. And also shout out to Santi. I always get on him, but Roser, if you would have picked your pick for today, he was the player of the game. So shout out.
Yeah, he hit shots. Yeah, no, Santi hit shots. Yeah, Santi definitely did. Thank you for the call, Will. We appreciate all the look at that. He piggybacked on our positive messaging. That's a great call right there.
Can't
I wanted to bring that up
without positivity.
In our
That's right.
In our show chat here on the Grind City Media YouTube page, which you can watch double post live right now on there. The Mr. Z, I don't even know if he's still watching in here. He brought this up earlier in our first segment, and Will brought it up there too. And I want to think, where are we at on Cedric Coward starting? I know you said 25 minutes. You said you.
I'm good with him being first off the bench.
First off the bench.
I mean,
it clearly. He has been one that has been like a complete 180 from what we saw in preseason. Right. I mean, he is. And the truth is, when you watch him out there, he hasn't even come close to figuring it out or knowing even what he could be. I know Chris, he got the text from David Thorpe, who, worked with him,
right.
And it literally said, he goes, and I'm telling you, his best attribute is shooting the ball. You haven't even seen that yet. Mm-hmm. You haven't gotten to see just how great of a shooter he is. Like, I'm talking like from distance, from far out. Like, once this guy figures out what he can do off the dribble, gets a tighter handle and figures out what he can do off the dribble, I mean, I think we all agreed they got themselves something here.
He learns so quickly.
He does.
Both from the preseason jump to the regular season, in-game defensive adjustments, got cooked by Norman Powell early, and then had some really nice defensive possessions on him later on.
Yes.
Didn't have as many transition opportunities in this game, but just such a Coach Isolo talked about it pregame, such a high motor and such a just like sturdy player. Sturdy feels like an appropriate word to use. I would love to see more minutes. I do think as of now, you have to create some consistency early on if you're this team, especially given the abysmal starts to games. So you roll with this starting lineup for I don't know how many games, but you try to see if you can find some success with it. But I would absolutely be for a lot more of Cedric Howard coming.
The good thing is tomorrow night you could be in a more open game, but we'll get to tomorrow night in just a little bit. Let's go to some locker room audio. We want to hear from the franchise player for the Memphis Grizzlies, who we have. This is probably the first post-game show, whether it's been the double post or whether it's been me and you on the radio. The least amount of time we have ever talked about Ja Morant, the Grizzlies star player. But Ja Morant, rough night from the field, just like the rest of the Grizzlies were. 4-16 from the field for only 12 points, 6 assists. Ja Morant in the locker room after tonight's game.
For us, we got to wash it and throw it away. We got a game tomorrow. But as far as, what we can learn from this, obviously it's the same thing I mentioned, yesterday, like coming out with more energy and effort to start the game. The same reason we was in the deficit last game. It's the same reason we was in a deficit this game, but those guys didn't let up and they continued to make shots.
John, how much of this is just you guys still coming together? Obviously, not a lot of guys were available preseason, but now it's regular season.
No, that don't matter. We've been around each other long enough to be able to talk, communicate, guard, and do what we got to do, no matter who's on the floor. So that's on me, though.
When you flip the page to tomorrow, I guess, do you rewatch this film any, or is it just automatically getting ready for
me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not watching none of it. My message after the game to coach was simple. I just got to make sure we all better tomorrow.
You were obviously questionable with the ankle before the game. Do you feel like you're going to be good for tomorrow night or with the back-to-back, or is that you'll know tomorrow?
If I was playing today after the other game?
I mean, you were listed as questionable.
Well, we'll see. When the Grizz PR, we'll see.
Do you want to play tomorrow?
I want to play every night, every day of the week.
Hey, how is the chemistry? I know this is really your second game back. How is the chemistry? Because a lot of these guys you didn't play with last year. How's that chemistry developing so far?
Great. Like I said, we've been around each other. Well, I've been around, a lot of these guys pretty much since August. So I don't feel like that should be an excuse. At the end of the day, we all talented. We all been around each other long enough to know what each other's games is. We just got to, all just stay aggressive, confident, and just be us.
Ja Morant after tonight's game. Now, I will say, there is definitely you could tell the difference in the maturity of Ja Morant with how he is.
I will make sure that we are better tomorrow.
I will. Yes,
a
lot of accountability.
Yeah.
I know I am the leader of this team. It is my job to get these guys ready and going. I think his also first thing he's going to do is he's going to go to number 8. God, it is so weird not saying 13. I saw somebody wearing the Memphis throwback, the ones we wore the other night, because we wore them a couple years ago, wearing the Jaren one, 13, and I almost tweeted out, hey, can we switch back to 13? You've gotten 4 fouls in the first half of the first 2 games. Can we just switch back to 13 now? But I think, Ja, one of those things is you got to make sure number 8 is ready to go, too. But I do like Ja holding himself accountable here. This is me. I'm the leader of this team. It is my job. I've got to get these guys ready.
I mean, and it sounds like he's going to play tomorrow night.
And it definitely sounds like he's going to play.
To that, yeah.
Which is great.
It is amazing.
Listen, in all the lead-up talk to this back-to-back, I think there was a collective behind the curtain. He'll probably miss one. Only because, and I only say that because that's what we've experienced.
In years
past. I mean, this is the entire preseason. But I respect the obvious designation where if he plays in this back-to-back, you are taking this seriously. That's what Mike Wallace said going into the game tonight, and I know it devolved into absolute absurd disgust early. But the fact that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Ja Morant were questionable, both played tonight on the first night of a back-to-back, and if both play tomorrow, that is a sign of a team taking these early opportunities to stack wins appropriately and taking it very seriously. So I will be ecstatic if and when John Morant plays tomorrow. But it does sound from his perspective, look out for Grizz PR.
Yeah, and now you got to stack the wins. And that is
Grizz PR, the
amazing that he shouted out Grizzlies PR.
main character none of us asked for, but
AKA, when I see that tweet, when I get the notification, it's the Undertaker music. It's the same. It's the Undertaker's music. Usually when the Grizz PR tweet, when the Grizz PR tweet hits. Anything? Sights and sounds from tonight? Anything in the arena? Oh, I took a video. All right, so national anthem. Because we didn't talk about this the other night. We did not really talk about any of the stuff that we did that happened pregame. I did take tonight national anthem. Rockland Road, I thought really good. This is what I like out of my national anthem. First of all, don't suck. Like, obviously, be able to sing. That matters. Yeah. Not always a given. Not always a given. Jessica, you looked at me like, well, yeah, they're singing the national anthem up there. Of course, not always a given. We've had bad national anthems. Be good at singing. The other one is sing the song. Don't do anything different to the song. Like, you're not,
came for Grizz Therapy, stayed for national anthem.
You don't have to do anything crazy to the national anthem. Sing the song. It's a beautiful song, and move it. Like, you don't need to make it. You're not at the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, you don't need to make this song be 2 minutes long or 2.5 minutes long. Like, just sing the song. Rockland Road. Great job tonight.
Salute.
My guy Deshaun, shout out to my guy Deshaun. He, as far as I know, he's the one booking the national anthems. He booked all the ones in the preseason. Preseason national anthems were fantastic. We talked about those.
Yes.
They were great. Great job tonight. And also, Kimberly, she gave a shout out to a bunch of the other game ops. And South Memphis Hype Man, he was the best part of the game tonight.
He's a sensation.
He was the best part of the game.
I felt bad because we were down so big that it would have been so much bigger if the crowd was super into it.
Yeah. It felt like a waste of the South Memphis Hype Man.
Can I show my vision?
Him doing that to Draymond Green when the Warriors play here on the court in a timeout.
Yes, and.
That sounds awesome.
Yes,
I put thought into that.
I wanted to somehow make it happen. I was so glad that we got him for this game because he's like one of the best people in Memphis right now, period. And he's just
he's an electric factory.
I dream of being in a restaurant where he comes in and does it someday.
He was in my neighborhood.
I thought if it could have been him, like on the Plaza opening night, going into Moneybag, bringing the team out, it would have been the most Memphis start to the season. But alas, I will now dream of him doing it to Draymond Green.
This is where we have to give game ops and everything they're doing. There has been the last couple of years, there has been what I think we all feel like has been a piece of Memphis Memphis used to, something about that arena and these games were so just,
Memphis.
The culture of Memphis was there, and it was so
Memphis
unique.
Culture is culture.
And it was so unique to the NBA, and we kind of got away from that. And I feel like these first two games, whether it's been Moneybag, Glow, the Letter Cook playing after the win against New Orleans, to having the South Memphis Hype Man there, and you see the crowd, get Memphis back in that arena. Make that arena more like the city of Memphis. Yes.
I think that's great.
Like I said, and Kimberly said, when all that stuff's going on, she's got freaking high school kids taking off their shirts, having fun. Like, just people going to have a good time. Even if you lose, you make something fun out of it. It's an experience going to a Grizzlies game, and get that experience back, win or lose, where you have a great time at the arena.
One note.
Yes.
Wasn't game experience-wise, but had this conversation with quite a few people leading up to the game. Shout out Sonia Rahman, former Memphis Grizzlies assistant coach who left the Grizzlies and went to the New York Liberty, where she was an assistant last season. And today she was hired as the new head coach of the Seattle Storm. So the NBA assistant to WNBA assistant to WNBA head coach pipeline. One of the nicest people that you will ever meet. One of the smartest people. She was at MIT that you will ever meet. And I was so excited. And I was really excited to see fans clock that Coach Rahman was the new coach of the Storm. And be like, did you see this? And I was like, hell yeah, I saw this, and I love that you saw it too.
So you're saying she went to MIT. She's very smart. You're saying that unlike me and Bennett, she would not have had to have counted on her fingers by how many points the Miami Heat were up tonight at different points. She
and I should clarify, she coached at MIT.
Coached at MIT.
I think she played, if I remember, at Tufts.
Tufts?
I think she played at Tufts. And then she was at Wellesley, and then she was at MIT, and then she was with the Grizzlies.
Shout out to Sonia Rahman.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Seattle Storm and Lauren Jackson. Bet you didn't think I knew that.
Wow.
Yeah, she's one of the goats of the women's game. Lauren Jackson is. Indiana Pacers tomorrow night. The Pacers fell in double overtime to the Oklahoma City Thunder the other night. The Thunder have won both of their first 2 games, and they've both been in double overtime. Andrew Nembhard, a shoulder strain, is out for tomorrow night. So that is big news for the Grizzlies.
Very big, yeah.
The return of Jay Huff. Jay Huff back in the building tomorrow night for the Indiana Pacers.
A Jay Huff reverse dunk. Not that it matters.
What's that?
You've seen our defense, Jessica?
What's their start?
I think there's a good chance Jay Huff gets a reverse dunk if he gets enough minutes.
So you're saying there was a chance?
I will never forget Jay Huff's Grizzlies home debut against the Magic last Halloween.
Yes.
That guy came
those
in
first couple games,
electric factory, Electric Avenue. Huff Daddy in those games just. Oh, that Magic game was unbelievable. He had those 3 reverse dunks right when he came in. That place was on fire. They were wearing the Vancouver throwbacks too. Jay Huff comes back with the Indiana Pacers, and no Andrew Nembhard with a shoulder strain. No, they still don't have T.J. McConnell. He's been out with a hamstring. Tyrese Halliburton obviously. So they are very shorthanded at the guard spot. Maybe a big spot for Ja to go big like he did on opening night, the 35. I also think.
I'm going to really be paying attention to how much Jaren's matched up with Siakam and how he tries to bounce back from tonight.
I think you got to watch out. Obviously, Aaron Neesmith,
Benedict off the bench. Benedict
Matherin's a scorer. Now Matherin is someone that Matherin could absolutely win them a game, but Matherin could be so off offensively. If he's streaky. If he's not shooting it well, he could shoot them out of a game too. But if he's on, Matherin's a dude who can go get 30 for them. Absolutely.
Had 11 rebounds in that game too.
And Rick Carlisle. And we know the kind of coach Rick Carlisle is. So, and that's a team that's not going to want to start 0-2. That's a prideful team. So they're not going to want to start 0-2.
Similar to the Heat. Yeah.
Similar to the Heat. They're not going to, they're going to be looking for a win. All right, Jessica, anything else before we let you go?
No, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. We're going to take one last break. When we get back, Bennett and I will take you around the NBA and put a bow on this one and tell you how you can tune in again tomorrow night. Grizzlies lose tonight, 146-114. The Double Post, John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to the Grindhouse, a place powered by grit, soul, and the pride of the Grizzlies, where fans become true believers and opponents sing the blues. Ford trucks have a strong tradition too, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating & Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating & Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating & Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
It's flu and COVID season. Boost your immune system at the Shot Nurse with the Tri-Immune Booster, packed with vitamin C and zinc. Give your body a head start at fighting off illness. Protect yourself and loved ones. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and the flu shot is free with most insurances. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Hey Grizz Nation, ready to elevate your game day? Swing by the Crazy Coop, your ultimate destination for over 30 mouth-watering wing flavors and more. With locations at 3 South Main right in the heart of downtown and 7199 Stage Road, we serve up delicious wings, quesadillas, buffalo shrimp, and craft burgers. And don't miss our full-service bar at 3 South Main, perfect for a refreshing drink. And you can show your Grizzlies ticket for a special discount. Make the Crazy Coop part of your game day experience. Let's celebrate every win together. The Crazy Coop, where flavor meets fun.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. A blown left headlight is making Erica's drive to her son's soccer game darker and darker. So she goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Where a friendly AutoZoner finds her 2 new bulbs.
These lights have the most clarity.
And helps her get back on the road so she can brighten her drive and the cheering section.
All right, all right.
See clearer and drive safer with new lights. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. Your money, your move.
Double post show here. Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio dial. John Roser and now just Bennett Doyle. The Grizzlies fall to 1-1 on the season, 146-114 to the Miami Heat. Grizzlies back at it tomorrow night against the Indiana Pacers. Real quick, let's go around the NBA real quick. Some other stuff that has happened.
Did anyone else have a historic night tonight? I feel like that's how it's been going so far to start this season.
I mean, Wemby got close.
Did he have a big one?
29 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 blocks. I feel like all of them were on Zion. Did you see any of those highlights? My gosh.
He got crammed on by Zion.
And then he blocked him about 5 straight times afterwards.
That.
Yeah. 121-16. The Spurs beat the Pelicans in overtime. The Pellies 0-2. The Spurs are now 2-0. The Dallas Mavericks fall to 0-2. They lose to the Wizards in Dallas, 117-107. 34 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks for Keyshawn George. Who else played well for them?
The hype on them coming into the season, obviously they get this number 1 pick who everyone thinks is going to be a generational talent, but like let's not sit here and act like they didn't even make the playoffs last year. Like we ousted them in the play-in game. So.
Yeah, they need a point guard. Cooper Flagg had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Trey Johnson, the rookie, out of Texas for the Wizards, 17 points, 7 of 13 from the field. Okay. He was 3 of 6 from 3, so a pretty solid game for the rookie right there. Other games that have gone that are final, the Pistons beat the Rockets. The Rockets are now 0-2, so the Rockets lose their home opener. KD scored 37.
Yep. We'll see both of those teams soon.
Yeah, we will. 21 points, 7 boards, 9 assists for Cade Cunningham. He is awesome. 115-111 for the Pistons. The Knicks beat the Celtics 105-95. 31 for Jalen Brunson. OG Anunoby got hurt, so we'll see what happens there. But Anunoby,
they're already kind of dealing with it to start the season.
Yeah, because Josh Hart has an injury. Towns played the other night, but he's kind of dealing. Then what a shocker if the Knicks have a bunch of injuries to deal with because all their guys have been playing 45 minutes a night for the last 3 years. But the Celtics are now 0-2. The Knicks outscored them actually 42-14 in the second quarter. Damn. The Cavs beat the Nets 131-124. Some fan ran on the court at Donovan Mitchell tonight. Like, I got sent the video. I've not watched it, but I just see, like, the screen grab, and it's like, dude, some fan ran on the court at Donovan Mitchell. 131-124. Donovan Mitchell did have 35 points. Cam Thomas had 33 for the Nets. The Hawks got a win over the Orlando Magic. So Desmond Bain takes his first loss in a Magic jersey. Our old buddy Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain had 15 points in this one, 7 boards and 5 assists. Trae Young had 25 for the Hawks. Any other games that have gone final? Oh, remember when I told you the other night? I was like Wemby had that amazing game, like 40 and 15. Mm-hmm. Anthony Edwards had like 41, and it's like, yo, this is like, what a game. Like, that's what everybody's talking about. And I was like, dude, like Giannis the other night had 37 and 14, and nobody was talking about it.
And tonight,
31, 20, and 7 assists. The Bucks beat the Raptors 122-116. It's like nobody talks about this crap anymore when Giannis does it.
Dude, he really might just put that team on his back this season.
He really might. And it's like it's just expected. It's just expected from him that Giannis, like, well, this is just what Giannis does.
They're 2-0.
The Clippers have responded tonight. 77-56. They lead the Suns in the third quarter. James Harden has 26. Our old buddy Dylan Brooks has 15 points for the Suns. Jazz and Kings knotted at 87 right now. Midway through the fourth quarter, Lauri Markkanen has 26. Malik Monk has 20. The Blazers putting it to the Warriors right now. The Warriors coming off the second night of a back-to-back after that win last night, that overtime win against Denver. That was an awesome game.
Yeah, it was.
An awesome game. 107-91 right now. The Blazers lead the Warriors. Solid showing for the Blazers, considering everything going on right now around that organization. 22.6 assists for Denny Avdia. Curry does have 35. And then the Lakers lead the Timberwolves right now in the third, 99-90. Wow. Not a lot of defense there. 99-90. Luka already has 38. Bro, he may have to score like 50 to 60 a game.
Yeah, I think so.
60's tough, but he's gonna have to have to score in the 40s
until they get LeBron back.
He's gonna have to score in the 40s to keep them like in games.
Right.
But yeah, now 101-90 for the Lakers. So Grizzlies and Pacers tomorrow night. Let's put a bow on this thing. I just want to see the energy. Ja talked about it. You gotta have better energy to start. That's it. Just come out and play harder and see what happens.
I enjoyed his clip. You gotta just throw it in the trash and come out tomorrow. Like, again, we talked about it. Slow starts. You gotta start better in this one. You got away with it in the Pelicans game on Wednesday. Tonight it got away from you really quick. Yeah, you got to come out on fire tomorrow. Got to.
For sure. All right, I got a lot of thank yous to read to everybody. That's going to do it for tonight's show. From the Grizzlies Radio Network, Eric Hasseltine and Michael Wallace. Michael Wallace, that Ja audio you got, courtesy of him in the locker room. From the Memphis Grizzlies, John Pugliese and Scott Zachary. 92.9, it's the flagship radio home of the Memphis Grizzlies. Their brand manager is Brad Carson. Their parent company is Odyssey. Thank you to all of them. From Grind City Media, on our social media side, Darnell Brady, Steven Summerow. Our audio engineer back in the radio studio is Wes Wark. Our technical director here is Jalen Wallace. Remember, tune into Grind City Media on YouTube. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, Lane Whitaker, Mike Wallace have the warm-up show. Jessica Benson will be on there. Grizzlies pregame live on FanDuel Sports Network. That begins also at 6:30. Rob Fisher, Brevin Knight, Chris Vernon. Jessica Benson also on the Grizzlies Radio Network pregame show tomorrow night beginning at 6:30. And then we'll be right back here after tomorrow night's game. Grizzlies and Pacers tomorrow night. For Bennett Doyle and Jessica Benson, I'm John Roser. Peace.